So light. Well, I'm Priestess Makala, as well as Niana, as well as Felicia. You pick and choose, it still comes back to me. So, how to become more supercharged? What do I mean by that? Well, how to become more supercharged means that you are not holding on to those energies that cause you pain, you know, because it gets in the way of you creating your supercharged energy. It gets in the way of you being supercharged. So let's dive into this. This morning, when I woke up, I came across some info and I was just like, yeah, yeah. And I said, one of the things I think a lot of us as healers do, and some of you might have done and don't realize it, is that you have given your power away to certain circumstances in your life or certain people in your life. And a lot of times we innocently do it in a very unconscious way when it happens. I have no gurus in my life. I'm going to tell you why. You don't need to have that. You can have teachers, you can have that, but when we put someone ahead of us and they become our be all and know all and all that, you put someone on a pedestal before you, that's your guru. I'm not giving my power to that. And as a matter of fact, I don't consent to the vows of holding a guru in place. Okay? I no longer consent to that energy. I don't have to anymore. Okay? This is all about taking your power back. Taking a taking your power back from situations that made you feel lacking confidence, that made you feel gaslighted, that made you feel manipulated, that made you feel beholden to, that made you feel like, oh crap, what is this? That made you feel singled out, blacklisted. I'm talking about something across the board that has happened to a lot of healers. That energetically, you innocently just thought you were doing the right thing. But then there's other individuals, if they don't get what they want out of you, will send energies your way that you have to be dealing with. Don't consent anymore to that energy. And the falsehood of gurus like Beekman, yoga, disgusting. Oh, you know, the things I heard about it when I was doing my yoga training, and then I just recently started seeing more stuff popping up on this man. And I was like, wow. And all of them that shared the story about him, they were all students. They all looked upon him as a guru to him. Don't do that anymore. We're in a time now where you don't look upon people who have reptilian, draconian behaviors that are willing to hurt their students by yelling at them, cutting them down, insulting them, calling them names, just so that they can have control over them. emotionally and mentally and physically. And this is what this individual was doing. And not only that, attacking them physically, assaulting them sexually. So how do you become supercharged after you've given your energy away to some situation like that, or a job that's just taken every part of you, or a person, a relationship you have been in? It comes down to this. Did you get the lesson? What did you learn? Or did you go back out and resubmit yourself and took it all on and allowed yourself to take the blame for that individual who caused you the pain in the first place? We do that a lot. Oh, maybe it's my fault. It's my fault. Was it? Or did you get love bombed and then get gaslighted afterwards? They love you to death until you say no to them. Until you stand in your power. Until you put boundaries up. But they love you to death. And as soon as you say no, and as soon as you put boundaries up, oh, now you are a problem and a threat to them. These individuals who do things like this to people. And they just walk around like is not a care in the world. Like they're he's just walking around like he didn't do nothing wrong. He has done a lot wrong. So I'm using this as an example of how do you get your energy back from people like that, no matter what the situation is. No matter if you were studying under a shaman, a Reiki practitioner, a healer, whoever, blanket you're sitting on, broom you're sitting on, whose crystal you're on, it doesn't matter if you're a student of someone of that, and you're putting that person on a pedestal above you, or they do this thing like the way he was doing. We're your family now. You're our family. You are a part of our family. Watch out for that. Because now you're being pulled into something where you're just going to be manipulated in and guilted and shamed because you're not in compliance in their agenda of what they want. Okay? And that's what this individual was doing. I hope he gets exactly what's coming to him, because it seems like whenever people come out and talk about the things he's done, he leaves the country. He's still out practicing somewhere. If that would have been something I did, I would have been arrested. I would have been put in jail. I would have been thrown underneath the jail if I was doing stuff like that to people. This individual's out running around. And this is why I'm saying, oh, how to become supercharged after you've been in some kind of trauma emotional thing that has taken your confidence away, has taken away your ability to feel good about yourself and what you're doing. I say this to you. Stop giving your power to someone else. Stop it. You stand in who you are and represent that. Represent your divinity. Represent who you are as a divine being in your sovereignty. And do not apologize for being you. And don't be afraid of being you. So many of us hide ourselves because we don't want the judgment. We don't want people, being afraid of us. We don't want people to think we're evil beings because we do healing work. We work with crystals. We work with light. We hear, we see, we feel. We are divine beings having a human experience. Period. So when you find yourself in a situation where you feel like, wow, I feel depleted. I feel like no matter what I do for this individual, it's never good. This person is cutting me down. I'm getting yelled at. I'm crying in the corner. I'm getting beat up by my boss. My boss is cutting me down every time I look up. Blah, 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 blah. Here's the lesson. What are you experiencing? How is it making you feel? Do you want to keep experiencing this? Or is it time for you to say, I deserve to be treated with respect? I don't do this to you, so why are you doing it to me? And if your own mother and father doesn't come and talk to you like your boss does, then hell yeah to the high yes. Bye. Take your power back. Those days of other people yelling, guilting you, and shutting you down and depleting you energetically, because some of them get off on it. They like to feel empowered, that they took someone and they dampened down their light and they made them feel bad about themselves and da, 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 da. But when you stand up and you say, I don't take that and I don't consent to your stuff, it becomes a whole different ball of wax. Because now they don't know how to deal with that. Whoa. I'm not, I can't get into our space anymore. I can't tell him and insult him anymore on the job. That's the lesson. When you stand and you love yourself enough to say, I don't need to take this from you anymore. No. No means no. It's a complete sentence. No. Don't try to guilt me. Don't try to make me feel bad because I said the N-O to you. Because I'm saying yes to me. There's so many of us out there caught up in a situation where you feel beholden to someone that you have given your power away to, and that's holding everything over your head if you don't do and act the way they want you to. We're not doing that anymore. You need to say no. I'm not doing that. Be thankful for the lesson. Be thankful for the moment of what you're getting as far as the lesson. Be thankful so that you won't repeat it again. So you won't attract that same energy again. There's nothing worse than leaving a situation. You didn't get the lesson. You go and manifest the same thing again, but it's different people, different place, but it's still the same scenario because you still didn't get the lesson. Do not put others on a pedestal above you. You are worthy and deserving and need to love yourself and trust yourself. Period. And this is a hard place for a lot of people who have been bombarded with a lot of trauma and the pain that comes in. And this is why we did those code works. So if you still have something blocking you, We're going to 12-12 it. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. This is so easy. 12, 12, 12, 12. Breathe that in. Exhale it out. 12, 12, 12, 12. So that you can get unblocked from that. And stop carrying the timeline pain. And simply when it comes up and that blockage shows itself, you say, oh, I'm releasing this. I don't consent to that anymore. Just say that. I'm releasing this. I'm not consenting to anymore. The simple fact that you use the I am in front of that deactivates the crap. But some of us forget because we still hold that trauma. I remember once when I was younger, I worked at Payless. How many of you remember Payless? Okay, back in the day. This was in Vallejo. And I think I was 16 or 17, maybe 18, working at Payless. I remember I would go right after school. It was a part-time job. I was doing cashier. And I remember this boss, he would walk around watching how everyone was going cashiering and doing things. And I wasn't moving fast enough in my line because I was too busy, just trying to make sure I wasn't going to make any errors when I would ring things up, And I think I might have been 17 or 18. Maybe I just graduated or something. And I was trying to make sure I was collecting all my money, putting it together because I was going to go to nursing school. I had to get my tuition together, get my books and money for my books and stuff. So here I am working at Payless. And he would literally come up to my check stand and he says, did you get all the other stuff out? I'm trying to ring people up, trying not to mess up the coupon stuff. I said, well, I will as soon as I'm done. It's kind of hard to do if I got to keep running up here, ringing people up because we don't have enough staff. He's going, that's not what I asked you. Did you get your stock out? I was like, so I said, I'll get it out, sir, as soon as I'm done taking care of the customers. So I go, after I get that done, I go back and trying to get the stock out. Next thing I know, he's paging me. Miss Burns, come to the office, please. Miss Burns, come to the office, please. Like, so I go up there. I go, yes. He goes, I noticed something about you. I go, what? He said, you don't smile enough. And I'm going to write you up. And I'm like, you're writing me up because I don't smile enough? Yeah, you need to have a smile on your face all the time. You have to show that you love working here at Payless. And I said, well, I guess if I worked at Kmart, I could do it as a blue light special, but I don't see us advertising that here. And he said, this is not a laughable situation, Miss Burns. And I said, I can't believe you're writing me up because I'm not smiling enough. Okay. He goes, next time when I walk down the aisles and I'm checking, I better see a smile on your face. I said, well, sometimes things are going on in my life and I don't feel like I'm happy and smiling. I don't feel like I'm having a smiling moment. Well, when you're here and you're on the clock, you better smile. I'm like, okay. I love my mom. Because of my mom and my mom's mom and my mom's mom's, I got this attitude. So the next day, when I came up, I was like this. they got called up to the office again. Yeah, that didn't go so well. Now you're mocking me. Got written up again. If you get one more write-up, you're fired. I'm just like, oh, wow. My whole life is going down the drain because of Payless. So, the reason why I bring that up is because doesn't it feel like sometimes there's just some energetic person that has to constantly just doing that to you? And we're sometimes, some of us get so afraid to respond to it because you don't want to lose your job, because you don't want to lose that project, or you don't want to lose that, you just signed up for this and da 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 da. You don't want to rock the boat. So what happens? You constantly give that energy away. And then what happens? You get into a place of resentment. And when we start resenting things, we start having illnesses show up in the body, like stressed out adrenals, kidney stones, tightened muscles, stiff neck. Because you're resenting how you're being treated. And then this keeps going on and it follows you wherever you go, because you never dealt with the timeline of that issue. So when you go somewhere else and thinking you're getting a new start somewhere else, the same person or an energy that looks like that same person you just finished dealing with shows up. Might look a little different, might be a different setting, but it's still the same energy. So in order to be supercharged, you have to be willing to look at what's causing you your pain and saying you're not consenting anymore. Breaking those contracts. Getting rid of those timelines. And being done with it. So when you are really saying, I have a lot of gratitude for this experience I went through, you can actually mean it and say it, and it's absorbed as a lesson learned. It's complete. It's complete. You're not going to repeat it. But if you didn't get the lesson, you're going to keep repeating it. And that's what we call it patterns. You're making the same patterns. You're constantly getting the same patterns. Okay? You're going through the same cycle again. You're telling yourself the same story over and over and over. You're still acting out the same storyline. Different characters came in, but you're still in the same storyline. And it's still the same thing. So in order to get supercharged, you have to no longer consent to those energies. No longer consent to that timeline. No longer consent to the past and being a prisoner to that emotional energy. But before you can do it, you have to be willing to look at it. You have to be willing to say, yes, this happened to me. Yes, I was treated like this. And that was not okay to my soul, my spirit. That was not okay to me. I do not consent to this energy anymore. I now transmute it and send it on its way. Don't hold it anymore. Stop blaming yourself. Stop feeling guilty. Stop saying, oh, if I would have did this, da, da, da. No. Stop. And for God's sakes, when someone is being abusive to you, I don't care who they are, boss, friends, husband, wives, parents, whoever is being abusive and manipulative and hurting you and sucking your life force out of you, please, if you leave them, don't go back thinking that it has changed. Because it doesn't change until they get a lesson. I've seen so many people do crazy stuff, like they got treated really bad, they were screamed at, they were humiliated, and then, fired, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, months later, maybe even a year, they go back thinking that it's different. And it's not. You just didn't get the lesson the first time. What is your self-worth now when you go back? In order to stay supercharged, you hold on to your energy. You have boundaries. You do not allow people to just come and pull energy off of you and deplete you. The work I do in Spiral Light, I don't let people deplete me. When I'm done, I cut those hooks and cords and I'm done. And you have to do the same. No matter what your situation is that you have to heal and that you need to cut those hooks and cords with that person, place, thing, or situation and get rid of that. Okay? So when you start pulling in energy that fills you up, like when we talk about the galactic codes and when we're talking about the circuit upgrade numbers that have that vibration, it goes in and it holds you in it. You can feel it travel through your nerves and everything. I thought it was the cutest thing today. I had a new client today. And I thought it was the cutest thing because she says, I'm not tech savvy. She's an elder. And I said, no problem. And in the messages I wrote her, I said, okay, I need you to drink 5 glasses of water once the codes are activated, okay? So I texted to her, sent it, I said, got you set up, got you situated. We're going to get in there and take care of some of those timelines. So today when we had our phone call, I said, how are you feeling? You've been in it for the weekend and, I got you set up on Saturday. You've had Sunday, Monday. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like? She goes, I'm not feeling anything. I go, what? What do? You're not feeling anything. She goes, yeah, I'm taking 5 sips of the water. And I'm like, no. No. You need 5 glasses. So I was able to go in, get it reset, start it over again, do a more complete. I said, something happened in the translation in the texting. And I went back through and I saw that. And I said, oh, I didn't even see that. That must have popped up a little bit afterwards when I was sending her a thing. I said, okay, no, I didn't see that. So got her started. Did the first session, the first phase, got her in it. And boom, she was like, I go, how are you feeling? She goes, words cannot describe what I'm feeling and seeing. This is incredible. Oh my goodness. And I was like, there you go. You're in it. That's how it is. So, when you get supercharged up, you're taking in that life force of yourself. You're calling in that source divine light. And you command it, fill me up. with the most highest divine love. I want to feel that. How many of you just sat and just asked that of divine source, creator, God, however you see that, and just said, I want to feel with that pure love, divine energy. Now, because you're using pure love, divine energy, there's only one source being that can give you that. Anything else lower than that, artificial or whatever, they don't know what love is. If they knew what love is, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in right now. They don't know what a love vibration is. They don't have it in them to be able to even think it. So sometimes when you have to deal with something that's dark or not right, you just send a love bomb to it and it can't handle it. I mean, it goes back to Demon Knight. This is back in the day with Jada Pinkett and, oh God, what was his name? He's funny as hell. He has this shaved bald head, and I forgot his name, but he cracked me up. There's a scene in the movie where he has Jada, and all the demons are around this hotel, and they're trying to get in through the threshold and stuff, and he's got the sacred blood of Christ, and he's trying to get it from her, and there's these things he's saying. He goes, but I want to tell you, I want you to believe me. Oh, Billy Zane. Billy Zane is his name. Billy Zane and Jada Pinkett in this movie, Demon Knight. It's through Tales from the Crypts. So he's dancing with her. He goes, I just want you to know how much I love you. And she goes, what? I really just... He couldn't get the word love out. I was cracking up. I said, that's really how it is. So when you're pulling in that supercharged energy, just ask Divine Source to fill you up with the love charged ionic particles. And just sit and trust you're going to receive it. Once you feel that, then other things that you're trying to connect to, start saying to yourself, wow, that was really easy. I wonder what else I can connect to. That was really easy. This is getting easier and easier to materialize things into my timeline, my new positive timeline. This is getting easier and easier because I have a good sacred bubble of energy that allows me to attract that. This is good. This is so easy. It's getting easier and easier. Every time when you see something come into fruition for you, automatically say, oh, wow, that was easy. That was so easy and simple. Oh, wow, that was easy. Oh, wow, cupcake showed up today. Oh, wow, I was just thinking, that was simple. That was so easy. Oh, that was powerful. Oh, I love this. Give me more of that. More of this. Just manifest, materialize on my timeline. Matching my frequency. Let me hold my frequency and my vibration up there. And not being limited to just saying, oh, I'm fifth dimensional, I'm sixth. No, go beyond that. Set it up. I am on 8th dimension today. I'm working from there. Things get done. I'm not running into third dimensional beings that are just not knowing who they are. They're not there yet. As I move through my day, my light helps to activate others. My smile, my presence, my love I hold for myself emanates outwards. That's being lightning. Working with lightning energy is pure light particles charged. You ever watched lightning? I'm not talking about the flash dance stuff that goes on in the sky where it's just a blanket of light and You don't even see the... That's why my thumbnail shows the... Because that's charged particles. That's supercharged. And it's coming down in such a way, interacting, making contact with the earth. Or the charged particles in the air. It's giving itself a form. And that's what you do when you no longer consent to energies that drain you, energies that pull your light down, that makes you feel bad. That's what you do. You charge yourself up with light. Light it up. Turn on the light. Turn on the lights. I like that song. It's one of those songs that when you hear it, you just start dancing. Turn on the lights. Okay. So, I hope you understand exactly what I was saying and put that into practice. Here is your message for today. Keep integrating. I'm hearing we're still in the integrating phase right now. Still keep integrating. Thank you, all new subscribers, for being a part of the tribe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments. Okay, and this one's called Unlocking the Secret Garden Oracle. I don't work very much with this one. It's really pretty. I like the back of it. And they're gold gilded. And what's neat about it, you know, I think I said when I did the review on these, I like these cards because they have keys on them. They have the key on the back of it. And I like this. Questions are simply keys looking for their beloved, their kinder answered lock. When fitted together, ancient passageways open. Doors of opportunities are unlocked. Wisdom treasures is unleashed. That's what I like about that. I said, that's a good saying. I like that. Okay, let's look at the medicine. Oh, look at that. Crown chakra, number 35. Crown chakra. Love it. Number 27, unshakable, is the universe rewards motions. What guided action can you take today? The universe rewards your motion. What guided action can you take today towards something that you've been wanting to do, something you want to get started on, something that you've been, guided to do? What is that? What's the action? What's the action? What is it? This is nice. Okay, so this one comes from Unlocking the Secret Garden. Number 2, Keeper of Opportunities. Look at her card. Look at her. She's a keeper of opportunities. She's got fish. She's got crystal there. That's prosperity. She's got the flowers. She's got the winnings above in her hat of what she's received. She sits in, she carries her own medicine there. The opportunities. Let me see what else. That's such a pretty card. Where's that book? Here it is. Okay. Yeah, this one's pretty neat. This one has, and what's neat about this is you have to, see if I can find it. Oh, there it is right there. You have to look at the card and you have to find the key in the card. You got to find where the key is. So you have to find and locate the key in the card. So there is an old Scottish proverb that goes, what is For ye will not go by ye. This faith is the key of seizing opportunities. When the keeper of opportunity visits, you do best to remember the opportunities sometimes makes themselves and sometimes it's our due diligence that creates them. Either way, it's best to knock at the door of possibilities whenever it shows up. I like that. The only thing you need to remember is your own bravery. The only promise you need to make is the one that says you refuse to feel ashamed, any kind of shame, over things that don't work out. They weren't for you anyway. That's what this card represents. They weren't for you anyway. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, there it is. You got it. The key's right there in front of her hat. There it is. So once again, if you like mysteries and some beautiful cards, you've got to find the key. And the back of the cards have the keys on the back. So take what I said and sit with it, because I know some of you hold that pain of how you were treated, and you just kept on going. You said, "Oh, okay, well, I'll just leave and go on," but that pain is still with you. Okay, so you consciously have to make that decision and go in there and just say, I'm not consenting to that timeline anymore. I'm not consenting to how I was treated. And let it go. So that you can move forward. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. So you can move forward. Okay? Because as long as you hold on to it, it stays in your space. You can't charge yourself up. This is why we get chakras that aren't spinning right and can't get your manifestation going in the right direction. We're not even going to talk about just manifesting. We're talking about aligning. It's already there. We're just trying to align to it. But we have to get rid of all the stuff that's in the way that keeps you from aligning. What is your own belief telling you? Where do you feel like you're not deserving it? Where do you feel like you're not worthy of it? Where do you feel like you don't love yourself enough so that you can have it? What is that telling you? Because that's what's in your frequency. And that's what you send out to the universe. And that's what the universe reads. 68 seconds is your window time of being focused on a thought for 68 seconds and then detach. If you want to supercharge yourself up in 68 seconds, be of speed of light faster than that. Get in alignment with that. Don't be afraid to ask for that. We're beyond that. Go and be true to your light. All right, lovelies. I hope you got this message. And go back and visit the other videos if you need a little extra something medicine. But today's numbers were 12, 12, 12, 12. Okay? I want to give a shout out to all the practitioners in Spiral Light that are soon to be graduating. But then they have to do internship. They don't know about that part yet. I haven't told them yet. Yeah. So I want to give a heartfelt shout out to them, because in their training they had to really, you just don't think you're just going to come in and learn how to do it. You become it. and you become it on the scale that matches with your soul mission. That's how the medicine shows up. And I just want to tell them, good job. Good job. Because when they came in, they didn't trust themselves. They doubted if they could do it. Some of them wanted to just say, I don't think I can do this. I can't do it. Now they happen to be one of my best practitioners. Good job. All right, lovelies. I got to run out, and it's not going to be to pay less. I hope you understand that story when I said that. But be good to yourself and sit with yourself. Get supercharged. California, we got some beautiful sunlight going on right now. I'm going to get out into it for a quick little hit. I don't need a lot. Just boom, boom, boom. Done. You know, be good to yourself. All right? I will see you here again tomorrow for day 16 of us moving through. And we're going to keep working on stuff. The more you work it, the more you let go, the more you can allow those upgrades to come in. Okay? Hey, yes. No problem. Just remember what I said. Don't put someone else up on a pedestal above you. A lot of us got caught in that trap doing that. You go for these teachers and studying, you put them before you. We're not in that era anymore. We're really not. You are the guru. You are the teacher. You are the mage. You are the magical one. You are the queen. You are the priestess. You are that. It's you. So I would highly suggest you take your key and use it in your door and open it and walk through and claim your space. Sit on your throne. Yes. All right, lovelies. Gotta go. Sit on your throne. Be so light. Say it with me before I click off. I am divinely aligned. I am divinely heard. I am divinely seen. I am divinely loved. Be so light. Be good to yourselves. Much love.